Okay. Alright. Okay. Devour. Okay. So I would have had this done earlier, but I fell asleep. So I had to rewatch it from where I last saw it before I fell asleep. So that's why it's a little bit late. So anywho, the final destination, which was supposed to be the final destination, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it takes place at a racetrack, which is different, but you gotta think about it. What else can you do? Going through the series. I'm still waiting for the one that takes place on a boat. Where there's a boat, and you know what I mean? The disaster is a boat that's gonna explode. Come up with that, like after the third one. That should have been the fourth one, and it's not. Instead, we got a racetrack, and then a bridge. A bridge. We'll get to that. But the story here is that the people, they go to a racetrack, and there's an incident. There's a car crash, and it kills almost everyone in there. And of course, we have someone who has the premonition that sees it's going to happen, freaks out. People get out, the rest of them die. Although, a strange thing is that, so, here's the thing. This movie is crap. It's not total crap, but it's just it's probably the worst one out of the franchise. And that's due to the fact that it's got David Ellis coming back to direct, who also directed the second one, which is why this baffles me. The second one's one of the better ones, but it's just some of the stuff they do, okay, you have this guy who is racist, and so he goes after his wife dies because the security guard won't let him back in to go save her, which he's just trying to make sure he doesn't die, right? He decides, because he's a black guy, he's gonna do something racist, so he decides he's going to burn a cross in this guy's yard, but death takes him first. And it is kind of funny, but because it kills him, dragging him across the concrete to the song, "Why Can't We Be Friends? Why Can't We Be Friends?" But it's just did you need to add the racist in there? I always think in shows and movies, you don't need to have any racism in your movies or your TV shows. That's why I stopped watching Black Lightning. I couldn't handle it. It was stupid. Racism itself is stupid. We're all equal. So I hate it when they throw that in movies. I absolutely hate it. And so, you got one of my favorite actors in here, Nick Zano. He's playing the douche. No one believes him, of course, except for maybe his girlfriend. The guy, Bobby Campo, plays Nick, who's our main character. And no one believes that he has these visions, except for his girlfriend, Lori. The weird thing is that this time, so they have this little, I don't know how to explain it. They have a gimmick, like in the last one. This one, he has little mini visions that instead of showing him straight out what's going to happen, like in the second one, they show him little animated pictures, clues about what's going to happen. And that's confusing because they show him completely what's going to happen at the racetrack in full vision, people, everything. But now they're just sending little animations. Not only that, they go back to okay, so this is something I had a problem with in the first one. I remember my review for that is they do it again. So when they're sitting at I went to the theater to see this, by the way, but sitting at the racetrack, there's this guy sitting in front with a cowboy hat that he asks him to move. We see clearly in the vision that this guy dies. Or this guy, dies. But, here's the thing, though. They do a thing where after someone dies, it's supposed to be George's turn, and he's trying to kill himself, and it's not working. And that's because it's not his turn. They find out, because he didn't ask the cowboy to move, he didn't die. He just got injured. He didn't die. Bullshit. Alright? He literally moved, like, he was sitting like this, right? He moved like that. That's it. That's not far away. He was like that far away from them. That little bit of movement caused him to only get injured and not dead. Come on. They needed a third act twist. And then they have another one where the mall, Lori and her friend, they go to the mall, and there's a fire that catches behind this theater, the construction, and it causes an explosion that kills everyone in this theater. And it's a vision. We get this cool kill, though, where Lori dies in the vision because of an escalator that eats her up because she didn't tie her fucking shoes. If only someone taught her to fear and respect that escalator. That kid is back on the escalator again. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, neighbors. But anyway, it's another one. Oh, you just copied the third one again. And then he comes over there. He saves them. So now, but they act like, he saved people. Right? And he saved his girlfriend and his female friend. But they never press on this. It's going to start all over again now. Because now, those people that were in that theater that were supposed to die are now going to die. And, there you go. What I don't get is that in the vision, Janet dies first. It wasn't her turn. It was Lori's turn. Now you could say, Nick telling Lori to come with him made him, jumping away. Okay. But then it would be Nick's turn. So the fact that Janet dies in this vision makes no fucking sense to me. Because it wasn't her turn. And as we've seen, with George in the same fucking movie, if it's not your turn, you cannot die. And you can say, this is a whole new vision. Yes, but it's still bullshit. They just wanted to have that effect and show that, her staying there is going to get her killed. But it's bullshit. It wasn't her turn. She already got skipped. It was Lori's turn. And she does end up dying next. But after Janet. I gotta point out Hunt's death, though. Dude, he has this coin throughout the film, and it goes in the pool, and the pool has like supercharged suction, where because he threw this super soaker, this kid was shooting at him, and he threw it behind the water pump or whatever, and it's like super powered the suction or whatever, and when he goes down, he gets stuck up by his ass, and what it does is it sucks all of his organs through his asshole and up through the pump. Well, I hated to see one of my favorite actors die, because I remember I'm like, oh no, don't kill him off. But, yeah, that was a pretty cool kill. The final scene is another thing that I just kind of roll my eyes at now, because it makes no sense to me. So, you're sitting there, right? They're sitting in the cafe and such, sipping lattes and such, and then Nick get this weird feeling again, and he said, what if we're meant to be here? What if we're meant to sit right here? What if this is where we're supposed to be? And then this truck comes in, barrels in them, kills them, and I noticed it kills them in order with the killing Janet, then Lori, then him. Even though we see it from a weird Mortal Kombat style X-ray vision, it still kills them in order. But that's not how it works. You cannot say that this was supposed to be. One, you stopped another... You had another vision of people dying. You stopped that. And now you're saying, oh, we're supposed to sit here and die. No, that's not how it works. You just, I hate how they have to kill everyone at the end. Fifth one is creative in how they do it, and we'll get to that. But here, it's just like unnecessary to me. This is the worst one of these movies, bar none, because some of the stuff that happens in this movie doesn't make any sense. Like the cowboy guy, he dies. What happens is this guy is going in the hospital, and the room above him is getting this bath in this giant ass tub. It's like a therapy bath or therapy tub, whatever. And the guy starts feeling it, leaves. The nurse leaves with him sitting there. A nurse would not do that. Would not just leave. Even if he's patient, I have to fill up this tub first. He would not leave his patient in the room with a tub that's filling up. And now the guy's sitting there, he's like, nurse. But here's the thing. Reach over and stop it. You're close. You could turn it off. You know what I mean? But no. And when it falls, the water is dripping on top of this cowboy guy, right? But the cowboy guy gets out of his bed and crawls, and it hits him way the fuck over here. Which makes no sense. So people say, oh, it makes sense. No, it does not. Because the dripping over here, and it lands over here. Makes no sense to me. This movie gets a 5. Because there's a couple actors I like in it. Some of the kills are kind of cool. And it's, just the idea of like a race car, a stock car race causing this, you know what I mean? Interesting. So it gets a 5 from me. So what are your thoughts on the Final Destination? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We got one movie to go. I'll see you in the next one.